right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and as always, I am joined by my two siblings, my sister,
Derica. That's the name.
Derica, and my brother,
Derek.
Our parents were obsessed with that name, apparently. All right.
I would not be naming my daughter that name. But yeah.
I've known some Dericas. Like, it's not the first time I've heard the name Derica, so it's, you know.
Yeah.
It's still ugly.
There's a few Dericas out there.
Yeah. So, news for this week. First piece of news that I got was there is a Face Off reboot. All the articles said reboots, but to me it sounds like a remake of the old Face Off movie that came out,
96?
7 or something like that.
Man, the original Face Off was cold.
Yeah.
Was it though?
Well, this is going to be with new actors because, look, to be honest, I don't want a movie with Nicolas Cage and
John Travolta.
John Travolta.
97.
97.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be looking for it.
You didn't think it was a good movie, Derica?
No, I enjoy it, but I don't think if I saw it again, if I would think it was a good movie.
I watched the whole thing of it earlier this summer. And I was like, wow, this is a good movie. I think you would think it was a really good movie. You have to watch it again and then let me know.
All right. Is it on the Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon?
I don't know, because like I said, I have cable, so it came on today.
Oh. All right.
Well, I mean, I don't remember a lot about. I've seen it, but I don't know. I was young.
It is basically, obviously, since I've seen this movie, it came out.
Didn't
in
they
97.
switch faces?
So John Travolta and Nicolas Cage are kind of like rivals. Nicolas Cage is like the gangster. John Travolta is the FBI agent. And Nicolas Cage gets hurt and like he's like hunting him down and he gets hurt. And so in order to like infiltrate his gang, he pretty much decides to take Nicolas Cage's face off, put it on his face so he can pretend to be him.
What?
Well, it wasn't to take his gang out. There was bombs in the city that they needed to defuse, and nobody was talking. So they came up with a bright idea of, well, what if you pretend to be him?
And they took his face off.
They took his face off.
Okay, so we know that wouldn't work. This isn't... Okay, Mission Impossible makes it science fiction-y with a fake face. Like, they scan the face and make a face
they literally took his face.
You can't take some...
Okay, really? That's the part you have a problem with? Taking the face?
Yeah, that's the part that I...
How about John Travolta and Nicolas Cage don't even have the same body type?
Yeah, that's true.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
But man,
let's talk about how, like, out of all the ideas, this is the bright idea you come up with.
Right. The movie is just so, like, I'm saying, like,
oh, dude is in a coma. Why don't we just take his face off and you pretend to be him?
And I'm pretty sure that's illegal. You can't just take someone's face off. I don't care if they are a criminal.
It's the thing. It is illegal. They had to do it in secret so nobody would know.
Why? This is so stupid.
Because the guy's in a coma and you took his face.
No, I'm saying, like, now that makes it even stupider that they took his face
So
off.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the movie is entertaining, but it is stupid.
First of all,
I think it was still a good movie. It's just that whole premise is dumb.
Also, your skin doesn't determine what your face looks like.
Hey. Right, because you need the same skeletal structure,
yes.
which they don't have.
So just taking it and put it.
I didn't even think about that part. I didn't even think about that.
Who thought
All right,
of this?
well, we just took
Who thought of this?
This was a John Woo movie.
Oh, I'm not even surprised.
No,
I'm not
it's
John Woo.
Yeah.
Well, we took apart this movie.
I haven't watched it. I mean, I probably have, but I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's entertaining, but it's not a good movie.
My
So
favorite, one of
dumb.
my favorite lines of all time. I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. Favorite line.
Oh, seriously.
Did Face Off come up with that line?
I'm pretty sure they
know.
didn't. It's
Yeah,
probably just the way
that
he
seems
delivered
like a
it.
line.
I just like as a kid, like I love like his guns because they were like gold,
Oh God.
and he had two of them.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
what?
man with the golden gun.
Yes, but better.
But better. All right, so let's see what this new one looks at. Maybe they have a better.
Oh, did
reason
we even
for-
talk about what the new one is?
We don't know. It's not like being filmed yet or anything. Paramount's in talks to
To remake it.
redo it, or I think they greenlit a remake. Yeah, hopefully it's not as dumb as just taking some.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah, because we
after
just
y'all
brutal.
explain that to me.
Yeah,
I don't.
we just killed them.
This is stupid.
Which one where they switch places? Wasn't that a movie?
That's you're not talking about Face Off?
I guess that is Face Off. Okay, I thought they like switched places or something. I didn't
John
know.
Travolta basically takes his face and then he switched places. He goes to jail.
No, what? That's one person. I thought like they both had.
He does eventually because he wakes up from his coma.
Oh, so he
Yeah.
picks up the other guy's face.
Yeah, I guess it's like sitting somewhere.
What?
Yeah,
and he picks and he goes to the guy's house.
It's just sitting by his bed. He rolls
Yeah,
over.
and he goes to the guy's house and is like a real creeper.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like especially to his daughter. I'm like, ew.
yeah.
oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
I'm so done. No, I'm done. Oh man, I might watch
And
this
then
new
he
one that
kills
comes out.
all the doctors and aides that knew about it, so that they couldn't reverse it.
Oh, so they're living forever with
No,
each
they
other's
reversed
faces.
it.
Oh.
Oh, they reversed it. I don't know how they figured
We
that
don't
part
remember
out.
how. It was the 11th highest grossing movie in 1997.
So, just so people know, if you took someone's face off and you put it on yours, it would just look like a deformed version of their face because it's not going to look like them because you don't have the same face shape.
Right.
Yep.
It's not how it works, people. Just it's not. All right. Next bit of news. Joaquin Phoenix. Some information came out. Basically, they were saying he didn't seem to really want references to the wider Batman universe in the Joker movie. Now, after looking at it, I'm actually tend to agree with him. I kind of think this movie shouldn't have had any references to Batman at all. It should just be a standalone movie about a failed
Right.
comedian.
Especially if it's supposed to be a standalone movie, right? If it's not connected to anything else, why are we referencing Batman or Thomas Wayne or anyone
Yeah.
else?
It doesn't even have to be. I think we mentioned this before, but I don't even think it should be Joker. It should. This seems like it would be a good movie by itself as a story,
Yeah.
the way it is, instead of using the properties from the
Well, they
DC
do that
comics.
so they can get people in the seats. Except for me, because I don't want to see it.
But that is apparent. It seems like it's only using it so we can get people, so they can get people in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
But
course.
I think they would have anyway.
I don't know. I told you, these trailers are just so weird to me.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, but it had the audience interested, but maybe they were only looking at it because it was Joker.
Could be.
Okay, but anyhow, I have to say I kind of agree with him on that.
Yeah.
You know, but anyhow, it does. It has Thomas Wayne and whatever else in there, and Bruce Wayne is in there. I don't know what they're doing with it.
Neither does DC.
Huh?
I said
I
neither
don't
does
think it's gonna be
DC.
good.
Oh, you don't think it's gonna be good?
It got good reviews so
I don't
far.
think so.
It did, but then I heard that a bunch of bad reviews started coming out too about it.
Oh.
I don't know. But at the film festivals, apparently it got a lot of praise.
Everything at the film festival get praise.
Yeah, yeah.
It is the same
Yeah.
things that praise Roma. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't watch the movie, but I can't
Just
get
get
it.
it.
Doesn't
It's a
seem
girl
good.
walking in the street.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's black and white. Congratulations.
I don't get it. Didn't I win an Oscar?
It did.
Yeah.
So that's obviously we're
That doesn't
not
mean anything
movie
because
people.
some yeah, it was an Amazon movie with Casey Affleck won an Oscar, and I watched it and I was like, "What is this trash?"
It's art, I think.
It was
And
not
that's what they're going to
artful.
call it.
Okay. It didn't deserve an Oscar.
It is art. Speaking of art, this is kind of a side note, but we're talking about we talk about how like some of those movies get all the praise and stuff, and you look at it and you're like, okay, why do this one artist on YouTube, he showed that it was like a picture painted by a famous artist, and it's just like a blue canvas, sold for like $20 million.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's not art. He just painted the canvas blue. It's not art.
Right, like, because if I did that in art class, I would get an F for being lazy.
Yeah. And like, I see my wife gets mad at me because I'm like, some things I don't consider art. Like, okay, abstract, whatever, realism, yes, it's art. But I think it has to be an effort. You can't put a line on a canvas and then try to sell it to me like, yes, this is real art. No, it's not.
What is that artist that has like, and I'm like, I like it, but it's not art. It's squares. And they're just squares. They're colorful squares.
That one, the colorful square one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, that's not a thing.
It was on our computer when we were growing up,
Yeah.
like in the 90s. Yeah.
I'm like, it's colorful squares. It's not a thing.
I don't
It's
know.
not a thing. Lady standing by pond is not a thing.
Well,
sorry.
okay, but if it's still
not
life,
a thing.
still life, I count as
It's
art.
not a still life. I don't know what it is. I thought it was ugly. It's just a lady by the pond.
No, okay.
What is this?
So yeah, I know this is kind of a side note for us to be complaining about art, but I mean, I feel like some things they take a bit too far, like selling a blue canvas for $20 million.
Well, have you been to our modern art museum? The trashiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, modern art? I don't
It's
like
just
modern art.
like,
too
what
much.
is this? And one is like, they had this video of this girl, and I'm like, how is this art? And did she get paid for this? And it's just like, I'm sitting here looking at this, and it's just her busting through walls.
What?
Yeah, she's like hammering holes in the wall, walk through it, and then does it again and again and again.
Well, when I was in Toronto, we went to the art museum there, and a lot of good art. Some sculptures. Some of them were kind of weird. I'm like, man, this is odd, but it was still art. But then there's like this visual art, which like it's like film,
Yeah.
but it's a bunch of random things, and I'm like, what's going on? It's
Yeah.
like bees buzzing and then just someone chopping wood or something. I'm like, what's going on?
So that it was kind of like that, I guess, visual art. And it was like a girl putting holes in the walls, and I'm like, okay. I
Yep,
didn't get it.
I guess.
So yes, obviously, I don't care for art.
Yeah. No, I care for certain times of art. Don't care for that. But moving on in our movie news, Venom 2 is going to start shooting this November.
Okay, next.
Come on, it's going to be in our news, okay?
Fine.
Venom 2 is happening. Andy Serkis is directing.
Tom
Carnage is the
Holland will
villain.
be starring.
We don't know, but people are speculating. Yada yada stuff, mess. I don't know. Another bit of news: Haley Atwell. We mentioned her last time. She's going to be in MI7, Mission Impossible 7. Well, it's confirmed that she's in both of the movies that are shooting. So 7 and 8. Yeah,
Oh, cool. Because I hate when they introduce people and then you don't see them again.
yeah. So I don't know. Do you think they're going to be using her to kind
But
of
you know they
replace
did that
Tom
with Paula
Cruise?
Patton's character.
Was she in more than one movie?
Yeah,
Was she?
she in Ghost Protocol and Road Nation.
Oh, I keep forgetting about Rogue
Was she an
Nation.
agent?
Yeah, she's
Yes.
part of the team.
Oh, okay.
But the only people who've seen her stick around is Vin Rames and what's the mousy looking guy's name? Simon. No, that's his real name.
Oh, yeah, Simon Pegg.
Benji.
right.
Benji. Yes.
Is that Simon
Yeah.
Pegg? That's Simon
Yes.
Pegg. Yeah.
Well, Jeremy Renner would have been in it, but he was shooting Endgame.
You mean he was not shooting in game?
He was shooting in game. He was in it. He's so mean.
That's what he's saying. That's what he said on Reason Why.
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
He was
also-
shooting in game. They probably required him to be there
Mm-hmm.
for some reason.
Yep.
So yeah. So she's going to be in it. I was saying, you think they're going to use her to replace Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise ain't going nowhere until this guy's
He
arms
can't
fall
continue
off.
to do this. He can't. That's why they're shooting these back to back.
Look, until he turns into
They
a
shoot
bag
it
of
back to
potatoes, he is not going anywhere.
Case. They shooting it back and back just in case.
Well, he gonna be 70 doing Mission Impossible stunts.
He gonna try.
All right. Well, next bit of news: the Batman movie. This one is a part of the universe. I don't even know. But this is the one they got Robert Pattinson, which I believe has been nicknamed by some people as Robert Battinson now.
Internet. Okay.
Because you have Batfleck. so now he's Robert Pattinson. I like it. Okay. I might have just made that up, but if I did, may it stick.
What, a trademark it now?
Okay, so apparently that's going to be an adaptation of The Long Halloween, the Batman comic series, which I did look up some information on. Apparently in that series there was a murderer that killed people on holidays. So he's killing people every month. So it's a murder mystery.
Is he like the Calendar Man? Is that a thing? Did I just make that up? There should be a Calendar Man.
there is a
if he doesn't
Calendar Man.
exist.
There is a Calendar Man,
But I
but
don't-
this is not the same.
Yeah, I don't think he did that. This guy's name was Holiday.
Okay.
Real creative,
Yep.
But yeah, because he specifically killed people on holidays.
Okay.
Yes.
And so Batman was trying to solve that. So if this is a murder mystery,
That
I like
sounds
it.
very interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna make me watch
but I
this? Read
thought
this?
that this guy was supposed to be the same thing where he's in Arkham.
That was the rumor when they first announced it. I don't know if he is going to be in Arkham the whole movie.
I don't know. There's like 8 bad guys in this movie. I'm sure Arkham plays a
Right.
role
And-
somewhere.
Yeah, he
That
might
they
end up in
confirmed.
Arkham.
And they
said-
confirmed that those 8 are in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, not 8. I think it's 5.
But when they
It's
say
still- that's
in
a
the
lot.
movie, like, that could just mean Batman stops and talks to them,
Right.
Right.
He's in the movie as Nick Fury is in Iron Man.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be 1 or 2 main villains. But the story seems interesting. Maybe that's a comic series we can read over one of these days. See if what we think about it. I don't know when this came out. The Long
It
Halloween.
It came out a while ago. I think I have read the synopsis to it
It sounds like
some years back.
an 80s. comic.
Probably 80s. Yeah.
I think it's early 90s.
But it sounds
Same
interesting. This movie may be good. And again, I'm not sure where it falls, if it's standalone. I don't want them. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Because I know I was like, I'm good with standalone movies, which I am good. But what I'm not good with is a standalone Batman movie and an unconnected Robin movie and an unconnected Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I think all
Batman
the Batman
stuff
movies should be connected.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And this is definitely not connected to the Joker.
Right. I mean, if all the Batman movies connect to each other, that's fine.
Yeah. It doesn't have to connect with Wonder Woman or whatever. I don't care about that. But like, if it's a Batman character, I would want them to be in the same storyline. That's just my opinion. But hey, we'll see what they're
it
doing.
does
with
make
this.
sense though, guys. As I was looking up the date, it was 96, 97, and the story. They said the story also ties in events of the transformation of Harvey Dent into Two-Face.
Oh,
And Scarecrow, the Joker, Mad Hatter, Poison Ivy, and the Riddler also makes appearances in this story.
It got
Yeah.
a 5-star rating going now.
oh, the comic series.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be pretty good.
And it is the Calendar Man, so you were right.
What?
Whoa.
No. Let me reread. Sorry. It says Calendar Man who knows the true identity of the Holiday Killer. So yes, they're 2 different people.
Whatever. Calendar Man makes an appearance. I'm happy. Don't even know
But-
who he is.
But he refuses to share it with Batman, so Batman has to figure it out.
Does Batman beat him up? Yes.
Yeah, of course he does.
Yep.
I think one kind of theory that's been going around was like this could be like a soft reboot. You can keep the same Wonder Woman and Shazam and Aquaman, and just instead of using Man of Steel and Justice League, just start from Aquaman and have that be the universe and this be the new Batman in that universe. I would accept that. Those other two movies were horrible, and I can suspend my disbelief in this going.
Oh, it was so bad. I forgot that I saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, I already figured out I saw it.
I can say that it doesn't exist. I'm good.
Yeah, that's cool.
So,
It didn't happen.
yeah. I would be good with that if they were to do something like that. So we'll see what happens and see what they're doing. But in the meantime, I've got some Marvel rumors. Now, I want to make clear all this stuff is rumors, not confirmed. No one said it. At the end of the day, none of this could be true. Okay. Disclaimer out of the way. First, Derica, you had a rumor you wanted to cover?
Yeah, so apparently RDJ will be making a cameo in the Black Widow movie. Obviously, this is taken in a class, but Black Widow takes place between Civil War and Infinity War.
Right.
And so apparently that movie's going to have 3 timelines in it.
3. So what? The past.
The past, what she's doing in between that, and I guess another timeline. I think Budapest.
Oh yeah, they did kind of say. So then that means Hawkeye is going to be in this.
But not confirmed that Hawkeye is going to be in it.
He would have to be.
I
If
feel
you're
like
going to do that time period, you need Hawkeye.
First of all, I
they
think
keep referring
any
to
Black
it.
Widow movie needs a Hawkeye in it. Him or the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I want to see the Winter Soldier too.
Yeah. Incidentally, the guy from Stranger Things is playing the Red Guardian. Did we already talk about that?
Yeah, Hopper.
Hopper, yeah.
Yeah, from Stranger Things.
I hope he gonna work out right.
I don't know. Marvel has a way of transforming some flabby people.
I mean, he's talking about like how great this movie was at Comic-Con. I'm like, did you shoot this already? Because he didn't look like he got in shape for
It's
this
got to
movie.
be getting close to wrapping up because it's coming out in March, right?
Right. So did he get in shape and then get back out of shape?
Or it's coming out in May.
It's coming out in May.
Yeah. So I
So-
think principal photography is probably going to finish by the end of this year.
So did they CGI his body in? Or? I know.
He's
So
probably, I don't know who the villain he is anyway.
Red Guardian, which is Russia's version of Captain America.
Okay, yeah, he's got to be fit.
Yes, because he uses the super soldier serum.
Huh. They could see you. I don't know.
So I mean, no shade, hey, happy about your body, but I was just like, oh, you're a superhero, you should be in shape.
Well, we'll see.
So I don't know. And I also haven't seen him without his beard either. So
Oh, was he without his beard on that thing? Or?
no, Comic-Con he had a full beard.
Okay. Well, the only footage that's come out is her fighting Yelena.
Yes, because apparently like everyone is technically Black Widow. So I mean, the movie seems
Well, all the Russian spies.
yeah,
are
all the girls are
technically-
Black Widows. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie seems super interesting. So they haven't really confirmed where RDJ is going to appear, but he can appear because he's not dead in the past. He's only dead in the present.
Right.
So it'd be very interesting to see where he shows up. Probably like them arguing about Civil War.
You know what? That's true. It's probably just that scene, in Civil War when they were
Yeah.
arguing. It's probably something like that.
Yeah, something so obscure. Like,
Before she left.
yeah. Like, why did you do this?
Yeah, unimportant. The rumor I had, apparently Sony may still be in talks with Disney for the Spider-Man deal. There's been a lot of this rumor going around. I'm only mentioning it now because this time apparently is from some reputable sources. People who predicted that there was going to be a She-Hulk and a Miss Marvel TV show, which happened to be true. And some other things. So this may actually still be in the works, which if it is, good, because we were talking earlier, we know it is beneficial for both studios for Spider-Man to be in the MCU. And I do think, even though Disney probably was overstepping their bounds, I do think it is better for Sony to try and have Spider-Man alongside the MCU than to do it on their own. Because I don't think it's going to be a billion-dollar industry outside of the MCU.
yeah.
But I never know. All these movies are making $1 billion nowadays, so.
I mean, yeah, they'll still make money. But yeah, I mean, if they can, I think it's better if they work out a deal and then we can keep Spider-Man within the MCU. I think it's just overall better.
Yeah, it would seem a lot better to do that. Also, rumor apparently Young Avengers may be coming to Disney Plus
Cartoon TV show.
TV show, because what people are saying, it seems like Marvel is putting together like a lot of the characters that would be in Young Avengers are kind of starting to show up on some of these TV shows.
Who are the Young Avengers besides young superheroes?
Just the young superheroes. Well, you
I
got
was about to say.
you got Ant-Man's daughter. You've got Miss Marvel's coming out. There were two other characters they mentioned, and then also you have I can't think of it now.
Okay, so
Sorry, but there were
these are
some
people
other
that are kind of already established. That
Yeah.
who just got cast in the MCU? God,
Oh, as Kate Bishop.
yeah, she was in stuff.
Did we
That's-
mention it last week?
Did we mention her last week? Maybe we did. Okay.
I might have. Nope.
Right.
Didn't, but I know it's your.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just got cast as. I forget her name.
I know.
She's a known actress, too.
Yes. She got nominated for an Oscar, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't remember her name now or what she was in.
We will mention this next week. But yeah, so.
Write it down.
Kate Bishop was another. That's who I was trying to think of anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot of young teenage characters going to be hitting the scene in the Marvel MCU proper. So, you know, not just the side shows like Cloak and Dagger and
Haley Steinfeld.
yes,
She was in Bumblebee.
yes, she was in something else too.
Yes, she was. But Bumblebee's the first thing that came up.
Okay. So yeah. So I mean, that's I think that'll be pretty cool. You know, if you think about how Defenders was on Netflix, if we got something like that, but better.
Yes.
Then-
No, I think that's. I mean, honestly, I have faith in Disney to do all of these things right. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, I would say Marvel, not Disney. Disney's been doing some stupid stuff. Let's be real.
Well, fine. Whatever Disney's doing with Marvel,
Yeah.
it's Disney now. So
Yeah.
just because they ruined Star Wars, does it?
I ain't talking about Star Wars. I'm talking about these live action remakes that they've been doing.
They making money, so is it
They're
that bad of
ruining
an
my
idea?
Mulan and stuff.
They're making money.
And Lion King. That's sacrilegious.
It is.
They making money off of it, so
That they are. Last rumor that I had was that there's a Silver Surfer movie in the works as well with Marvel.
I so hope this is true. I don't know why I'm like so excited for a Silver Surfer movie. And that I'm like, I don't even know nothing about Silver Surfer, but I like Silver Surfer and Namor is who I want the most.
I definitely want Namor. I definitely want Namor so badly.
Yes.
I think, however, and I think there's kind of some theories going around about it. This would be a good way to introduce Galactus if you do Silver Surfer's origin story and how to say he saved his planet, right? That's why he became the Silver Surfer. Yeah. That would be pretty good.
Yeah, like you wouldn't need no one else yet, right? No Fantastic Four, none of that. This is just him saving his planet because they're already doing sci-fi stuff right now, anyways. So this could be just another space adventure. I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So if they do a Silver Surfer movie, that would be pretty awesome. I'd say that would be pretty good. And that was the last bit of Marvel rumors that I have for this week. I guess at this point we'll get into what you're doing. So, Derica, what you doing this week?
So I watched a couple of episodes of Dexter. And
I was thinking about doing that.
I don't know. Dexter came out a long time ago.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Yeah, it's pretty old, but I haven't seen it. So basically, he's some sort of forensic blood analysis guy who's also
Doesn't exist, but yeah.
I don't know what his official title is. It was late when I was.
No, I'm saying in the show, his job doesn't exist.
Oh.
He's like a blood spatter expert or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like
okay.
that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure all forensic scientists are blood spatter experts.
Maybe he's super good at analyzing blood spatter. I don't know. That's not the important part of the story.
I mean, he shot it down as soon as it
Like,
started.
he's like, that's not a thing. Like, okay. But he is also a serial killer because he's kind of like an anti-hero because he only kills other murderers. So basically, if a guy gets away with a crime, then he, kills them.
Yeah, I don't know how far you got.
Not that far. Does he turn out to kill other people?
No, I don't know. I never finished it.
I don't know if I want to finish it. I kind of just want to watch the end, which I just might do.
Of course.
I'm just gonna watch the last episode.
You always watch the end.
Yeah, I know.
No, I only watched a few episodes of it.
I only did like the first 2, but I just feel like he's not good at being a serial killer. Because I just haven't, okay, so he kills these guys and he chops them up and then puts them in a trash bag and then dumps them in the bay or whatever. But then there's all of these trash bags down there. So he's obviously been doing this for a while. But I'm like, dude, if someone ever finds this, they can definitely trace this back to you. As a guy who does this for, you're a cop.
right.
You know the best way to get rid of a body is not to chop it up and stick it in a trash bag in the ocean. You're better off not putting it in the bag so then the fish and whatever else can eat it if you're going to dump it in the ocean.
Yeah.
But seriously, burn the body, access, something.
Acid's probably the best.
Like-
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell anyone how to commit murder, but acid's probably your best bet.
Yeah, it is. So, I don't know. The entire time watching this, I was like, dude, you're going to get caught. I just felt like that was just bad. I mean, the show was cool, but I don't know if I want to finish it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, and this is not really what I'm doing, but I thought about it. I was watching these SNL clips, and they had one on James Bond, and it was like a parody about all the Bond girls. But what got me was the name of the Bond movies they came up with, and it was Never Die Twice Tomorrow.
Because that's the movie title.
It was Hippopodo Octopussy. It was just I wish I would have wrote all of them down, but the Bond girl stuff, you have to literally be watching to get those jokes.
Yeah.
But the Bond movie titles, that's yeah, that's a Bond movie title. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
That's funny.
That would be hilarious.
All right, Derek, what you doing?
Honestly, I am not doing nothing too interesting this
Yep, he just
week.
didn't write it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
All I have, I categorized.
Category
What you did? What was that?
Category-ized. He category-ized something.
My CDs.
What's,
And also
that's not what you're doing.
and labeled all of them and labeled them on my computer.
All right, you're fired.
Spending time labeling
First of all,
CDs.
who uses
Yeah.
CDs? No one uses
I
CDs.
know no one does. And
No,
they
but
were
you ever...
irritated. It was irritating me that they were just there and just all over the place.
Okay, so you clean up your house, is what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, that's what he did. He
Right.
cleaned his house.
Right. So I'm saying, you ever find an old mix CD from high school, pop it in your car, and realize dude, this was
Yes.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've done
So
that.
when I
recently.
was putting it on my computer, I was like, wow, these I haven't heard some of these songs in a while. And then something you do run across that one CD and you're like, what was I even thinking with putting this together?
I imagine that happens a lot with your CDs.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Definitely. Definitely.
Wow. Okay.
But anyhow,
Yeah, so I did that with my CDs and my books.
okay.
So
Well,
you cleaned up. Nice.
Derek's fired. So
Been a
fired. Okay. So here's what I've been doing. Well, I watched Endgame again.
I thought you did that last week.
I didn't mention that last week,
I
but
think you
there was
did.
some other stuff. I watched some extras.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
Jeez, I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So one thing that came out was there's actually a whole lot of CGI in Endgame, but there's more than you would think. And in watching some of it, I'm like, wow, I didn't even notice that some of these things were CGI. Captain Marvel's entire suit and hair.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair was CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why?
Not the
I don't
cut
have
hair,
any
but
hairs.
when it was long.
The long. is
Yeah.
CGI.
Which
Still,
in
wow.
her movie it wasn't. That was her hair, so I'm confused. Also, the time travel suits
Yeah, I was like, why was that CGI?
I don't know. I don't,
They had on suits.
were they not telling everybody what was happening? But
Maybe.
I think what was happening, they said it wasn't designed yet
Oh.
because they were shooting these movies on such a short time schedule.
So they didn't know what they wanted it to look like.
Yeah.
Because they were all wearing the superhero suits. And I was like, wait, the white suits weren't real?
That's what I was like. I was like, I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Black Widow was in her regular Black Widow outfit, and
Yeah.
everybody was wearing their own suits, which is probably why Rhodey had a War Machine-esque suit.
Yeah.
Because it would have taken a lot to
Yeah.
CGI over that. So I was like, okay, well that was interesting. Apparently, there's a lot of.
So I also watched this thing from Marvel Entertainment on YouTube. The fight with Captain America, obviously, it's second Captain America is CGI, duh. But like that whole building was CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and they even went to like how they showed a detail, like if you're paying attention, but who is? The offices had like chairs and desks and stuff in it in the background.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Like yeah, like
yeah. Nobody notices
they put that
that.
detail in. And
But you would if it didn't have it in there.
I guess you would.
That
that
is
looks
true.
weird.
That is
Yeah.
true.
So it was like stuff. So I did watch a couple of like stuff like this is all CGI in Endgame, but I thought the fight between Captain America was kind of interesting because originally they had built like some of it, but the glass was reflecting the green screen.
Oh,
So they was like, all right, we gotta get rid of this.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but like that end credit scene at the end of Captain Marvel where she meets the surviving Avengers, like since she didn't know who was surviving, she was in a room by herself saying, "Where's Fury?"
Yeah.
Like she wasn't there in that scene. There was a lot of little stuff like that. And then you can watch like the deleted scenes and stuff. There are a lot of little interesting things with Endgame. It's pretty interesting. Other thing that I did, I watched this little thing on YouTube about Ian Fleming.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty interesting. I didn't know he was actually a spy.
Yes, he was.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And apparently, the books are just him writing the life he really wanted as a spy.
Yeah. He was a spy, but he wasn't a very interesting spy.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like what he wished he was doing as a spy.
Also, he may not be the greatest of people.
Oh no, he's an awful human being.
Yeah. All the womanizing that James Bond does, that's kind of just reflective of Ian Fleming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you really look at it, like because when they broke it down, I'm like, man, when you really look at James Bond, man, he is not good.
He is not a good person, no.
No.
Which is why, the movies progress as, we left the 60s and said, maybe we should treat women better.
But James Bond hasn't. He has not progressed.
He has progressed a little bit. The women are more now
In the
his
last
partners.
movie, that wasn't Spectre. No, in Skyfall, which I love,
Okay.
the girl who was a sex trafficked woman, which he
Hey,
went
she
after so
won it.
hard.
So he should have just left her alone?
No, well, he went after her so hard, and then in the end, she died. And
They
and he
always
said
die.
that was a waste of good whiskey or something like that, or scotch.
Yeah. They always die. First
They
of all,
always-
get this,
yes.
let's get this real. If you're messing with James Bond, know your life just ended.
Someone did the statistics. Apparently, all the women being with James Bond gives you a 31% chance of dying.
Yeah, that's awful.
That is very awful.
Yes. And the other 60% is probably AIDS.
Yeah, you definitely have AIDS.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, oh boy, yeah. But it was interesting learning about Ian Fleming and how he wrote. Apparently, he wrote the story very fast. Casino Royale was his first book. He wrote it very fast, and it was a good story. Even though
I think
he was,
he wrote a lot of his fast. I haven't read a lot of them. I did read Casino Royale, which I enjoyed.
yeah,
I'm thinking about going back and reading, but I have a hard time reading some books that was written in that time period just because of their writing style.
and also he put in, why did this stupid woman get herself captured? He used a different word, but I mean, we're PG over here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was not a nice person.
No.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
But it was interesting learning about Infling, and I was like, wow, I didn't know he was an actual spy. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing.
Interesting.
week.
Darren did something interesting this week.
Whatever. I had interesting
did.
stuff to talk about the other weeks.
Did you?
Yes.
Mm.
Probably.
I don't think he did.
Nope.
Whatever. At least it's not sorting CDs, Derek.
Right.
I was bound to have an off day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had like an off
day.
quarter.
Pretty much. All right. So with that is it for our podcast, guys. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to reach out to us, you can always reach out to us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3drivals. We have an email address that we don't check. It is 3drivals@gmail.com.
I check it every time I sit down here.
Okay.
No one emails us.
All right. And you can also tweet at us on the Twitters at 3_rivals. So, if you want to tweet at us, you can. We're going to be putting that hashtag Bond History Month up soon. We'll figure out some stuff to post with it. Hashtag Bond History Month.
Maybe we throw in some little, did you know about James Bond?
Did you know that Ian Fleming was a womanizer?
Everyone knew that. That GoldenEye
Apparently,
was a
I think
real
it was
place.
his wife. He met her and said, "I hope you're not a lesbian."
Was he running into a lot of lesbians?
I don't
in the
know. I
60s?
have no idea. I was like, "What's wrong with this man?"
Oh my goodness. Oh, it reminds me of this other thing I saw on SNL. Obviously, I watched a lot of SNL this weekend.
Yeah.
And they was talking about like women in the workplaces based on like these 1990s, like, those workplace training videos we did if you watch.
Yeah.
But these are just like from the 90s. It is like what to do when you run into a diverse person.
All right.
It was like a whole bunch of awful stereotypical stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was like, how does she get away with it? And he's like, just tell them you're a wheelchair bound lesbian.
What? Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, we're going to end it on that bombshell. So thank you for listening and peace out.
So.